I know you feel hurtful when your specific person treats you like you are nothing. It feels so sad when they don't respond to you in the manner that you want them to. I know how you feel, but it can be changed. It is not rocket science. Everyone can be changed, even the seasons change. So, don't worry because your situation can be changed. You can make that change in your reality if you sincerely apply what I am about to tell you. Before proceeding further, I want to ask you some questions. So, do you regard your specific person as someone who is important? Do you regard them as someone who is perfect? Do you regard them as someone who is extraordinary? Do you think that your specific person can get anyone better than you? Do you think that your specific person has no flaws? Do you think that you are lower than your specific person? Do you think that your needs are less important than your specific person's needs? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then I am 100% sure that you have placed your specific person on a pedestal. Well, it is very common. We all place someone on a pedestal. Generally, we place celebrities or some influential people that we admire a lot on a pedestal. It happens because we admire their qualities to a greater extent, and we think that we cannot reach the level on which they are. When we look at someone new and we find them attractive, then we call them a crush. We perceive this crush as cute, and we start admiring them. Also, we start thinking that this crush of ours is perfect and they don't have any flaws. Can you relate to it? Do you also have or have you had a crush that you thought was perfect with no flaws? If yes, then you too have placed them on a pedestal. It is very common. But do you know what happens when you perceive them as someone who is higher than you? Have you observed how you start thinking and behaving in front of them? Well, let me tell you, you feel shy and you are too concerned about how you look. You want to be perfect for them because you are scared of losing them. You try to do acts so that this person notices you. You are uncomfortable within yourself because you want to impress this person. You don't express fully to this person like you do to others. You have some sort of fear of rejection. Also, if this person ignores you, it is an extremely difficult situation for you. You keep on thinking if something is wrong with you. If they don't respond to your text, you assume a worst-case scenario. In short, you think that you are screwed. By doing this, you start creating a narrative in your mind. On the surface level, this story looks like you are not good enough, and the other person is some kind of god who is perfect with no flaws. You repeat this story over and over in your mind till it becomes a dominant part of yours, and that is what manifests in your reality. By now, I am pretty sure that you have recognized that placing someone on a pedestal is a bad idea. This is how problems arise in every relationship. Assuming someone to be higher than you shapes your concepts about yourself in a certain way. You are always trying to please another. You are always trying to avoid your needs. From the manifestation perspective, you enter a lower state of consciousness that manifests the similar outcomes in your reality. Like when you dominantly feel that you are not good enough, then you manifest circumstances where you are reminded that you are not good enough. It is not like it affects you on the level of that specific person only, but it affects you from a broader perspective because your assumptions harden into facts. If your dominant assumptions about yourself are negative, then you manifest or attract negative scenarios in your life. Now, you have to take control of your life if you really want to change your circumstances. You have to take that specific person off the pedestal, and side by side, you have to start working on your self-concept. There are many ways to do it, but I will tell you of a way that will definitely help you in achieving those results. First, you have to stop seeing your specific person as someone who is God. You have to stop seeing them as someone who is higher than you. Just look at them as someone who is just a normal person, a normal human being. You have to change the narrative that you created in your mind about this person. You have to start seeing yourself as someone who is important, and you have to look at your specific person as someone who is extremely lucky to have you in their life. You have to start this narrative from the perspective that your specific person is head over heels in love with you. I just want to remind you that you don't have to do anything physically. You don't have to call and say to them that they are lucky to have you. You don't even have to ignore them because some internet guy told you that ignorance increases attraction. You have to respond to them whenever they talk to you. You don't have to do anything physically. All the changes have to take place within yourself. You have to make changes mentally. You have to change your feeling state. Now, you have to do this by creating a narrative that seems favorable to you. This story has to be created by you in a manner that feels good to you. While this story can be in a different language and in different words that are familiar to you, it has to sound something like you are in this amazing relationship. Like, your specific person adores you a lot, and they call you and text you every day. They shower you with lots of love and affection, and they compliment you often. They share every detail of their life with you because they trust you a lot. They think highly of you, and they like the qualities that you have. You are an important person that is highly respected. You keep on growing and learning new things in your life. You improve in every area of your life. You are known for your good qualities, and you can be, do, and have anything that you want. Now, if you observe this story, you will be able to notice a few things that would remain common in your story. You can replay that particular part of the video where I told you the story, and you can even take screenshots of this story, as it will help you in creating your narrative. So, if you carefully listen to this story, then you will be able to notice that no statement conveys that you are someone who is a person with a lower self-concept. In fact, your specific person is someone who treats you with the utmost importance. You haven't placed your specific person on a pedestal who has no flaws. I think now you are understanding what kind of story you have to play in your mind. You have to repeat this story every day, like you did with your old story where you sabotage yourself. If you can repeat that old story in your mind without any evidence, then you can repeat this new story in your mind too. No one is stopping you. No one can even see physically what you are doing. Like when you are drinking coffee and thinking about a topic, then no one knows what thoughts are running through your mind. Only when you start speaking, another person knows it. But you have to become persistent with this new story where you have taken your specific person off the pedestal. Play it dominantly in your mind till you stop seeing that your specific person is perfect and has no flaws. Play this story in your mind till you start having a different picture of yourself in your mind. Play this story till you saturate your mind with the positive outcomes. I want to introduce a way that can make it work for you. For the next 7 days, you have to adopt this practice. It may sound crazy, but it works. The practice is generally referred to as a mental diet. Yes, you have to go on a diet. It is not a diet for the food you eat, but it is a diet for the thoughts you entertain. Whenever you are entertaining a thought, you are consuming that thought, and whatever you consume, you become. So, if you keep on consuming negative thoughts, you become a negative person. So, I want to tell you about a misconception that people have whenever a topic of mental diet appears in front of them. They think that if they get a negative thought, then they ruin their mental diet. Well, this is nonsense, and you are making it harder than you think. You will get negative thoughts, but you don't have to indulge in them. Like when you are on a food diet. You go out because your friends want to eat at a restaurant. Now, in the restaurant, you can see people ordering different dishes. Some ordered burgers and fries, while there are others who are eating pizza. There are some that are having pasta. Your friend wants to try something new, and they are ordering some dish that is extremely unhealthy. Now, you have a choice. You can either choose what your friends are ordering or you can stick with the soup and salad. It is not like these dishes didn't appear in front of you. Even when you read the menu, these items were mentioned there. It was up to you whether you wanted to consume that thing or not. If you stuck to the salad and the soup, then you made a choice that helped you with your food diet. But if you ate waffles, pizza, or burgers, then you made a choice that is not in alignment with your goal. Are you understanding it? In a similar fashion, you will be presented with thoughts. Now these thoughts can be positive or negative. What matters is which one you entertain the most. What matters is which thoughts you consume on a regular basis. What matters is which thoughts will maintain a positive state within you. So, for the next 7 days, go on a mental diet where you will indulge in thoughts that are positive to you. You will entertain only those thoughts that are helping you to shape a better self-concept. You will only contemplate thoughts that would be favorable to the new story that you have chosen in your life. Take this as a challenge and comment that you will be doing this challenge and updating everyone with the progress. This is a sure way to achieve what you wanted. So, stop seeing yourself as someone who doesn't deserve what they want. Just change the narrative by following a mental diet. You can also listen to affirmation tapes. I have designed one such affirmation tape that you can listen to by clicking on the first video that now appears on the screen.